What was your job when you were 4 years old? If you didn't have one, congratulations, you're normal. However, that's not always the case for some of the stars on our list. They were already working towards becoming the famous actors that they are today. Everyone knows about Neil Patrick Harris being a child star, for example, but what about some of the lesser known stories? Enjoy the video and be sure to hit the subscribe button for more Screen Rant content every single day.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
Here is our list of 10 famous actors you didn't know were child stars. And before we start, can you guess this movie from these emojis? Stay tuned for the answer at the end of our video. Scarlett Johansson. In recent years, Scarlett Johansson has become one of the most dependable box office babes in Hollywood. She can do everything, from action-packed Marvel movies to psychological thrillers, and she looks damn good doing it. ScarJo is no newcomer to the industry though, as she was actually a child star. Back in 1994, she was in the movie North with Elijah Wood, and she was only 9 years old at the time. Young Johansson continued to work on multiple small movies and TV shows, until she matured into the beauty that she is today and skyrocketed to the top of every casting director's wish list.
Tell me something. What situation isn't improved by pizza?
Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is one of the most liked and respected men working in Hollywood right now, and the whole world really fell in love with the Canadian actor after his incredible performance as Deadpool.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
It's pretty safe to say that Reynolds will have no trouble finding work in the coming years, but as it turns out, he actually got his start in the business at a pretty young age. When Ryan Reynolds was 15 years old, he snagged himself a recurring role on the show Hillside as Billy Simpson. The teen drama was produced by Nickelodeon and dealt with issues like drugs and alcohol.
Big time.
Rose Byrne. Rose Byrne is sneakily becoming one of the biggest names in comedy. She's recently been in Spy, Neighbors, and its sequel, This Is Where I Leave You, and Bridesmaids, to name a few. Hollywood seems to be falling in love with Byrne.
Exactly.
But chances are that most audience members don't know that she has been working for a long time. Byrne's first role came when she was 13 years old in 1994 in a movie called Dallas Doll. She then continued to do TV work in Australia until she later broke into the Hollywood movie scene. We expect her career to continue to ascend as she continues to rack up great performances.
I don't have any problems. I don't know what I told you, but if you have work for me to do, I can do it.
Joaquin Phoenix. There is no denying that Joaquin Phoenix is one of the weirdest people in Hollywood, but that doesn't mean that he isn't incredibly talented.
Yes.
People mostly recognize Phoenix for his Oscar-nominated work, but people probably don't know much about his work as a child actor. He started out with small parts on television shows, and his first role was on Seven Brides for Seven Brothers in 1982, when he was only 8 years old. Back then, you wouldn't have called him Joaquin though, as he spent the early years of his career being credited as Leaf Phoenix. It wasn't until many years later that he made the switch to Joaquin, prompting years and years of people mispronouncing his name. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal could be one of the most underrated actors working today, as he already has a very impressive resume, including films like Donnie Darko, Nightcrawler, and Brokeback Mountain. But what many people probably don't know is that the actor got a really early start on his career. He played the little boy named Danny Robbins in 1991's City Slickers with Billy Crystal. He went on to be Leon in Josh and Sam, where two young brothers go on a crazy cross-country adventure together.
If anyone saw this, everything would be undone.
Christian Bale. Christian Bale is one of the most respected actors working today, and he has racked up some amazing performances in movies like The Prestige, The Big Short, and of course Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy. Most child stars start out with goofy or somewhat embarrassing roles, but that certainly is not the case with Bale. Back in 1987, Christian Bale got his big break when he landed a leading role in Steven Spielberg's film Empire of the Sun, which is pretty impressive seeing as he was only 13 years old at the time. Currently only 42 years young, it looks like the world is going to get to see many more years of great Christian Bale performances. Natalie Portman. Anyone who saw a 12-year-old Portman in Leon the Professional knew she'd eventually end up winning an Oscar. Portman took home the Best Actress honor for her role in Black Swan, and there was already award buzz surrounding her latest film, Jackie. Portman is as talented as she is stunning, and it's no surprise that she's been able to mature so well from a child star to a bankable leading woman. Portman's done a bit of everything, from Star Wars to Marvel movies to Oscar bait films, and we can only imagine that she will continue to impress with her next performances. Ryan Gosling. Some people were surprised to see the studly Ryan Gosling singing and dancing in the critically acclaimed La La Land, but true fans of his know that he is actually just returning to his roots. Ryan Gosling was a child star when he was part of the famous Mickey Mouse Club. While many of his co-stars like Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake continued on the singing path, Gosling decided to turn his focus towards acting. It seems like it was the right call, as he has undoubtedly blossomed into one of the biggest male stars in Hollywood. That being said, it is nice to see him singing and dancing again, just like the old days. Ariel Winter. Ariel Winter has been playing the nerdy Alex Dunphy on the hit comedy Modern Family for years now, but it turns out her career actually started at a much younger age. When the actress was 4 years old, she actually starred in a Cool Whip commercial, which means that she's been working for over 15 years now. It seems like Ariel was always determined to succeed, as she had no problem dyeing her hair black at the age of 7 because someone told her it would help her land roles. Winter has recently matured into quite a stunning woman who has no problem flaunting what she's got.
You're gonna be fine, baby doll.
Chloe Grace Moretz. Chloe Grace Moretz is one of the hottest young names in Hollywood, and she seems to be popping up all over the place these days. Lately, she's undeniably garnering more attention for her great and matured looks, but she's definitely not new to the spotlight, as she is already somewhat of a Hollywood veteran, even though she's yet to turn 20. Moretz started working at the age of 7 on the TV show The Guardian, and then her big break came the next year when she starred in the remake of the Amityville Horror. This great performance helped her land the hit girl role in Kick-Ass, and it seems like she hasn't stopped working since. Chloe Grace Moretz is now maturing into a beautiful, smart, and talented young woman, and she is definitely an example of a child star growing up properly. So there's our list of 10 famous actors you didn't know were child stars. And the answer to the movie emoji is... Did you get the right answer? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Screen Rant for more fun videos like this one.